Welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. This your boy JustCMTexx. I'm back and we're gonna get ready to talk about Hengyen and how I am using Hengyen in war battles, how I'm using him on the road maps, because he is a very good toon. If you are a new player to the game and you have not had your chance to be able to get Hengyen, you can be able to grab him from the market. If you go over to the Mythic Market, you can be able to get your hands on Hengyen. And here we are at the Mythic Market. You can be able to get him to tier 5 by having 100 TWD medals. Now, if you do not have 100 TWD medals, he will be sufficient at LB2. You can be able to use him there. But you definitely want to be able to get him to LB3 because he is a very good toon. So we're going to go ahead and get into the Hengyen build here. So here's my Hengyen, right? He is not fully maxed. As you can see, I have him at 1380. But let's go over Hengyen's kit because he is pretty strong here, and he has the Waste Not 2 skill. Now I believe Waste Not 2 is one of the absolute strongest special skills within the game. The reason why is because when this specialist kills a target with an attack, a signature move, or adrenaline rush, any exceeding damage is dealt to 2 adjacent fighters. So depending on how you use Hengyen, you can be able to destroy some teams quickly. Now, he is not going to work against everybody. This is not a one-stop shop, but you can be able to use him against lower teams. He is absolutely pretty good here. So the Waste Not skill is one of the best specialist skills. I definitely like this on attack toons, and especially how it's built with Hengyen and built into his kit. So what's going to make Hengyen even stronger is the weapon that he have. All right. Now, this weapon doesn't have 1535, but with Hengyen, you can be able to do some very special things here. And that's because he has an increased crit multiplier by 35%, which is unique to this weapon. And he has a 50% chance to do a double attack. All right. Now, if you're a perfectionist, you can be able to get this up to 55%, I believe. But for me, this is good enough because of how Hengyen is working out. So this is going to all play into his skills, which is going to allow him to be able to do a lot more damage here. So what happens is Hengyen is a damage toon, and this means that he is going to have the agility tag here as one of his abilities. All damage toons have the agility tag here. Now, why is this important for Hengyen? It's important for him because Hengyen does basic attacks. Now, you have some people who are damage toons that this basic attack buff will not apply to. Okay, and if we were to go and look at the gentleman real quick, I will show you what I'm talking about of why this doesn't apply. So let's go ahead and pull up the gentleman here. And what you'll see is that the gentleman deals 300 damage. Whenever you see something like deal 300 damage, these do not crit. All right. Deal 800 damage, it doesn't crit. So the gentleman, who is a damage toon that has the attack buff, it's not going to benefit him to be able to use it. So if we was to look at the gentleman here, view him maxed, and we look, this 20% increased basic attack is not going to benefit him. So with Hengyen, it's going to benefit Hengyen very good because he does basic attacks, and we can see that here. This fighter gets 200 crit for the rest of combat. Make 2 attacks. So this make 2 attacks, this is a language for basic attacks. So he's going to do basic attacks, which is going to play into his overall build here. So this agility is really good. Now we have dwindling protection. When attacking, 100% chance this fighter gets 20 plus 20 counter damage reduced for each living enemy. So if you're attacking with Hengyen, the more enemies that are alive on a defensive team, the better chances he have of surviving. So you definitely want to be able to put him in a position to be able to attack and do very well here. All right, when killing an enemy, this fighter gets 100% attack for 2 turns. Okay, so if he kills somebody, this is only going to add to his buffs. And I did a video a while back on how damage works within a game, and you can see how it's going to scale. It's going to become very massive. He's a very, very good toon. So explosive opening. When attacking, 100% chance this fighter gets plus 20 crit damage for each living enemy. So he's also going to have an additional crit damage buff basically built into his kit. So Hengyen is really, really, really good. Now, when you're looking at his kit and you see these things, this is a crit chance buff here. When attacking, 100% chance. You got the counter reduction, okay? And he's going to be very, very explosive. So what you see is that within his signature move is where his strength is going to lie. This is going to be your best chance to do whatever it is you need to do with Hengyen, because he is a very, very strong toon here. Now, with that being said, his rush is not a slouch either. This fighter gets 100% bonus HP, which is going to help towards that counter damage. If the target has more than 50% AP, this fighter gets 100% attack for 1 turn. Make a critical attack. So now he's also going to be doing a crit attack here, which is a basic attack for 300 damage. So that's also going to play back into his weapon, and it's going to also play back into his kit here as well. So this is absolutely good. He is a very, very strong guy. Now, so what do you want to level up on Hengyen? Well, as you can see with my Hengyen, with his skills here, I have everything max. He's LB3. So at LB3, you're going to get that 100 crit. Normally, you only get 100 crit, which is why I said you least want him LB2, because it's going to get you that extra attack. Yes, you'll be missing 100 crit, but it's still very good. Next here, you want LB2, because this is going to go ahead and max out his rush to be able to give you that extra damage in those upgrades. So you definitely want to have him at least LB2 if you can get him. Now, what LB2 is going to get us here, we're going to miss 50% chance for that critical, but it's going to give us 50% chance to do that plus 20 critical for each living enemy. And that is absolutely good there, because even if you don't have him LB3, he's still going to be able to do as much damage as possible, and it's going to be very, very strong. So Hengyen is a very, very good build here. Now, these are the mods that I have on Hengyen. So I just have some basic attack here, attack versus fast, attack versus tough. Alrighty. I have crit damage mod, just to keep adding to that multiplier there, and days resist, you could use stun here, you can use impair. I just use days because I want him to be able to do his signature move, because that's where I know his strength is going to lie at within his kit. So there we go. That is how Hengyen is set up. Now, what you're going to see here is some gameplay of Hengyen and the team that I have built him out in. And all right, this is the team that I built out for Hengyen. Relatively easy, free to play team. Anybody can be able to use this team. I've been using this team on the roadmaps as well. So we have Trader. All right, we have Holiday Carl. We have Christmas Carol, Bucket Hat Cow, who sneakily does some very good damage as well. And we have Hengyen here. And this is the team compilation of how he is built out. So obviously we have Trader. Why is Trader here? Because, Trader does the impair for the rest of combat. Carl is going to help us deal with those medics with that stun. Christmas Carol is going to give us the camouflage. So therefore, when I attack with Hengyen, it doesn't nuke the rest of the team, because there are payback toons everywhere. And we have Bucket Hat Cow. What he is going to do, he's going to keep adding impair so the guys cannot rush. And then Hengyen is going to do some damage. And this is how the team is going to be able to work. Very good team that you can be able to use when you're doing war, especially at that mid to lower level. So there you have it. This is the team. I have some gameplay coming up. You're going to be able to see it. This your boy Just Call Me Tech. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Peace.